Long before refrigeration, humans discovered ingenious ways to preserve food, ensuring sustenance through harsh winters and lean times. Curing, particularly meat curing, emerged as a cornerstone of culinary tradition. Ancient civilizations, from the Romans to the Chinese, developed sophisticated methods of salting, drying, and smoking meats. These techniques, passed down through generations, transformed perishable ingredients into flavorful, long-lasting provisions. Early curing methods were often born of necessity. Salt, a naturally occurring mineral, proved remarkably effective at drawing out moisture and inhibiting bacterial growth. Drying, either in the open air or with the aid of smoke, further reduced moisture content, creating an inhospitable environment for spoilage. These practices, refined over centuries, laid the foundation for the art of charcuterie as we know it today. While modern refrigeration has lessened our dependence on curing for food safety, the practice endures. Curing not only extends the shelf life of meat, but also imparts desirable flavors and textures. The rich, complex taste of a well-aged prosciutto or the smoky depth of a cured bacon are testaments to the transformative power of these time-honored techniques. Today, curing represents a culinary legacy, a bridge connecting us to the resourcefulness of our ancestors and the enduring pleasure of well-preserved food. Before embarking on the journey of curing, careful preparation of the meat is essential. This crucial first step sets the stage for successful preservation and optimal flavor development. The specific preparation will vary depending on the type of meat and the intended curing method. For many cures, trimming excess fat is paramount. While fat contributes to flavor, an overly thick layer can hinder the penetration of salt and other curing agents. Evenly distributed fat is ideal, promoting consistent drying and preventing rancidity. Similarly, removing any bones, cartilage, or sinew is crucial. These tissues can harbor bacteria and impede the curing process. The size and shape of the meat also play a role in preparation. Larger cuts, like whole hams or slabs of bacon, require longer curing times to ensure thorough preservation. They may also benefit from scoring, a technique that involves making shallow cuts across the surface. Scoring not only facilitates salt penetration but also allows for better smoke absorption if smoking is part of the process. Smaller cuts like duck breasts or fish fillets necessitate shorter curing times and may not require scoring. The pre-curing process, though seemingly straightforward, demands attention to detail. Proper trimming, shaping, and preparation ensure that the curing agents can work effectively, paving the way for a safe and flavorful end product. By understanding the nuances of this initial stage, we set ourselves up for success in the world of meat curing. Dry curing, a cornerstone of traditional charcuterie, is a testament to the power of simplicity. This age-old method relies on the interplay of salt, time, and carefully controlled conditions to transform fresh meat into prized delicacies. At its heart, dry curing is a process of dehydration and flavor development. The process begins by meticulously coating the meat in a carefully measured mixture of salt and curing salts. These salts, typically sodium chloride and sodium nitrite or nitrate, work in tandem to draw out moisture and inhibit bacterial growth. The salt mixture, often combined with additional flavorings like sugar, herbs, and spices, forms a protective crust around the meat. As the cure progresses, the salt draws moisture from the meat's interior through a process called osmosis. This gradual dehydration concentrates flavors and alters the meat's texture. Over time, the curing salts break down into nitrites, which further inhibit bacterial growth and impart the characteristic pink hue associated with cured meats. The duration of the dry curing process varies dramatically depending on the size and type of meat. Small cuts like duck prosciutto may cure for a matter of weeks, while larger hams can age for months or even years. Dry curing requires patience and a keen understanding of environmental factors. Temperature and humidity must be carefully monitored throughout the process to ensure optimal drying and prevent spoilage. Too much humidity can foster bacterial growth, while excessively dry conditions can lead to case hardening, where the meat's exterior dries too quickly, trapping moisture inside. Mastering the delicate balance of salt, time, and environment is essential for achieving the complex flavors and textures that define dry-cured meats. The transformative power of dry curing hinges on the remarkable properties of salt. Beyond its familiar role as a flavor enhancer, salt acts as a preservative, a moisture extractor, and a catalyst for flavor development. Understanding the science behind salt's interaction with meat is key to appreciating the magic of dry curing. At its core, salt is a highly effective dehydrator. When applied to meat, salt creates a concentration gradient, drawing water molecules from the meat's interior to its surface through osmosis. This process not only reduces the moisture content, making it inhospitable for bacteria, but also concentrates the meat's natural flavors. Furthermore, salt disrupts the structure of proteins within the meat. This denaturation process unfolds in stages. Initially, salt causes proteins to unwind and bind together, resulting in a firmer texture. As curing progresses, the protein structure continues to change, leading to the development of the rich, savory flavors characteristic of cured meats. The type of salt used in dry curing also plays a crucial role. While table salt or sodium chloride is the primary component, curing salts containing sodium nitrite or nitrate are essential for safety and flavor. Nitrites formed naturally during the curing process inhibit the growth of Clostridium botulinum, the bacteria responsible for botulism. They also contribute to the desirable pink color of cured meats by reacting with myoglobin, the protein responsible for meat's red color. Dry curing, far from being a simple salting process, represents a carefully orchestrated interplay of chemistry and time. By understanding the science behind salt's interaction with meat, we gain a deeper appreciation for the artistry and precision involved in crafting exceptional cured meats. While dry curing relies on the direct application of salt, wet curing, also known as brining, takes a more immersive approach. This method involves submerging meat in a solution of salt, water, and other flavoring agents, allowing for thorough and even distribution of curing ingredients. The heart of wet curing lies in the brine, a carefully calibrated mixture of salt, water, and often sugar. The salt concentration in the brine is crucial, as it dictates the rate of water movement and ultimately the texture and flavor of the final product. Sugar, while not strictly a preservative, plays a vital role in balancing the salt's harshness and promoting browning during cooking. Once the brine is prepared, the meat is fully submerged, ensuring all surfaces are in contact with the curing solution. This immersion allows for rapid and even salt penetration, resulting in a more consistently cured product compared to dry curing. Wet curing is particularly well suited for leaner cuts of meat, such as poultry or fish, which might dry out excessively during dry curing. Similar to dry curing, the duration of wet curing depends on the size and type of meat. Smaller cuts may only require a day or two in the brine, while larger roasts or hams might benefit from a week or more. During brining, it's essential to keep the meat refrigerated to prevent bacterial growth. After brining, the meat is typically rinsed to remove excess salt and patted dry before further cooking or smoking. Wet curing, with its precise balance of salt, water, and flavorings, offers a versatile and forgiving method for preserving and enhancing the flavor of meat. Whether preparing a succulent corned beef or a flavorful smoked salmon, understanding the principles of wet curing unlocks a world of culinary possibilities. Beyond salt, smoke has long been a cherished ally in meat preservation, adding layers of flavor and contributing to its longevity. Smoking, often used alongside dry or wet curing, imparts a unique character to meat, infusing it with aromas ranging from delicate fruitwood to robust hickory. The preservative properties of smoke come from its chemical composition. As wood smolders, it releases a complex mixture of compounds, including aldehydes, phenols, and organic acids. These compounds, when deposited on the surface of meat, act as antioxidants, inhibiting bacterial growth and slowing down fat oxidation, which can lead to rancidity. Besides its preservative effects, smoke imparts a distinctive flavor profile to meat. The type of wood used for smoking significantly influences the final taste. Hardwoods like hickory and mesquite lend a strong, smoky flavor, while fruitwoods like apple and cherry offer a sweeter, more delicate smoke. The intensity of the smoke flavor can be further controlled by factors such as smoking temperature, duration, and the distance between the meat and the heat source. Smoking can be achieved through various methods, from traditional smokehouses to modern electric smokers. Cold smoking, typically performed at temperatures below 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius, imparts a subtle smoky flavor without cooking the meat. Hot smoking, conducted at higher temperatures, cooks the meat while simultaneously infusing it with smoke. Mastering the art of smoking requires an understanding of wood selection, temperature control, and the nuances of smoke flavor. When skillfully employed, smoking elevates cured meats to new heights, adding depth, complexity, and a touch of primal allure. Proper storage is paramount for preserving the quality and extending the shelf life of cured meats. While curing significantly reduces the risk of spoilage, it's essential to create an environment that minimizes moisture loss, oxidation, and exposure to bacteria. The ideal storage conditions for cured meats vary depending on the curing method and moisture content. Dry cured meats, with their lower moisture levels, are generally more shelf-stable than wet cured products. Wrapping dry cured meats tightly in butcher paper or cheesecloth allows them to breathe while preventing excessive drying. Storing them in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated area, such as a cellar or refrigerator, helps maintain optimal humidity levels. Wet cured meats, being more perishable, benefit from refrigeration. Storing them in airtight containers or wrapping them tightly in plastic wrap helps retain moisture and prevent spoilage. It's crucial to check for any signs of mold or off odors, discarding any questionable products immediately. Freezing, while not ideal for all cured meats, can extend their shelf life considerably. Dry cured meats, when properly wrapped and frozen, can last for several months without significant quality loss. Wet cured meats, particularly those with higher fat content, may experience texture changes upon freezing. By adhering to proper storage practices, we can savor the fruits of our curing labors, enjoying the complex flavors and textures of these culinary treasures for weeks, months, or even years to come. The practice of curing meat, passed down through generations, offers a bounty of benefits beyond mere preservation. From enhancing flavor and tenderizing meat to expanding culinary possibilities and reducing food waste, curing remains as relevant today as it was centuries ago. One of the most celebrated benefits of curing is its ability to unlock deep, complex flavors. The interplay of salt, thyme, and often smoke transforms the taste of meat, creating savory, umami-rich profiles that are simply unattainable in fresh products. Dry-aged beef, with its concentrated beefy flavor, and cured hams, with their nuanced saltiness and subtle sweetness, exemplify the transformative power of curing. Curing also tenderizes meat by breaking down tough muscle fibers. The salt used in curing draws out moisture, concentrating flavors and altering the protein structure, resulting in a more tender and palatable final product. This tenderizing effect is particularly noticeable in tougher cuts of meat, making them more enjoyable to eat. Furthermore, curing expands our culinary horizons by creating ingredients with unique textures and flavors that can be enjoyed on their own or incorporated into countless dishes. From adding a salty kick to salads and sandwiches to lending depth of flavor to soups and stews, cured meats offer endless culinary possibilities. In an age of increasing awareness about food waste, curing provides a valuable solution for extending the shelf life of perishable ingredients. By preserving meat through curing, we minimize waste and ensure that valuable food resources are utilized fully. The benefits of curing meat extend far beyond preservation. From enhancing flavor and tenderizing meat to expanding culinary horizons and reducing food waste, curing remains a valuable culinary practice that enriches our tables and connects us to the wisdom of our ancestors. In our modern world of refrigeration and readily available food, the art of meat curing might seem like a relic of the past. Yet, far from fading into obscurity, curing is experiencing a resurgence in popularity, embraced by both professional chefs and home cooks alike. This renewed interest in curing stems from a growing appreciation for artisanal foods and traditional culinary techniques. Consumers are increasingly seeking out products with unique flavors and textures, and cured meats, with their depth of flavor and handcrafted appeal, perfectly fit the bill. Furthermore, the rise of the foodie culture has fueled a desire to understand the origins of our food and the processes involved in its creation. Curing, far from being a mysterious art, is becoming more accessible, with readily available information and resources empowering home cooks to experiment with this age-old practice. The modern curing movement is also driven by a growing awareness of the environmental impact of our food choices. Curing, by extending the shelf life of meat, aligns with efforts to reduce food waste and promote sustainable consumption. As we move forward, the art of meat curing stands at a fascinating crossroads, poised to evolve while honoring its rich history. Whether embracing traditional methods or exploring innovative techniques, curing continues to captivate our palates and connect us to the timeless tradition of preserving nature's bounty.